Hi kids! Today we are going to learn about biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. So let's start. All the waste we generate from our households, factories and farms can be categorized either biodegradable or non-biodegradable waste. Let's first learn what is biodegradable waste. The waste material that can be broken down in weeks or months by natural agents like water, oxygen, UV rays of the sun, acid rain, bacteria, and other micro and macro organisms into very simple compounds that is dissolved and alternatively becomes part of the soil or known as biodegradable waste. Example, if we throw some fruit waste in the soil and let it stay there for few days or weeks, you're not find there anymore, as it alternatively get dissolved and becomes part of the soil. That is, it breaks down into simpler substances, and these simpler compounds are nutrients that add to the nutritive value to the soil and make the soil fertile. Different types of waste takes different amount of time to break down. All types of waste that break down in weeks or months and becomes a part of the soil are known as biodegradable waste, and such waste no threat to the environment. Our kitchen waste is most common biodegradable waste. More examples of biodegradable waste are kitchen waste, manure waste, sewage, and paper waste. Biodegradable waste can be used in many ways. Biodegradable waste is used for making composite, which is an organic manure. Biodegradable waste is used for making a source of energy known as biogas. In the absence of oxygen, biodegradable waste decay and produce a gas called methane, which is used as fuel through various biogas plants. And this biogas can be used as a normal fuel for heating, cooking, and even generating electricity. So, kids, we learned what are the biodegradable waste and their uses. Now, we learn about what are non-biodegradable waste. The waste that cannot broken down into simpler molecules by various natural agents in even hundreds of years is called non-biodegradable waste. The non-biodegradable materials do not react with anything nor dissolved in any medium. That is, these kinds of waste are not affected by any harsh weather condition like humidity, pressure, temperature. So, these wastes do not contribute to environment, but are just increasing the size of huge wastelands. And also, the plastic, which is the biggest non-biodegradable waste today. It has take hundreds of years to break down. And when it starts to break down, it releases toxic chemicals that goes into the soil as well as in the air, and also goes to the water through soil. So, it causes air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. So, non-biodegradable waste cannot break down and just increases the size of huge wastelands. So, we should recycle that, and we should try to reuse as much as possible, like plastic waste can be sent to the plastic recycling center where it can be changed into new product. Non-biodegradable objects include aluminum, glasses, plastic bottles, and metal scrap. So, kids, we should always be knowing which kind of material or biodegradable waste and what kind of waste are non-biodegradable waste, so that we always prefer to use biodegradable material and save our earth from pollution and dirty filter sites. Now, let's learn about what we can do to save our earth from the big waste sites. Remember, cleaning and protecting our earth starts from our home. So, we should reduce the use of non-biodegradable materials so that less non-biodegradable waste is generated, and also keep different types of waste in different bins, and then different types of waste should be collected separately or sorted later on, and then each type of waste should be sent to the appropriate recycling center. We should use our waste as much as we can produce something useful from it, like composite, biogas from biodegradable waste, recycle plastic for making new plastic objects, recycle paper for making new paper from it. Municipal waste can be sent to incineration plants and produces energy from the waste. Chemicals and other hazardous waste should be treated before dumping them under the ground. So kids, today we learned a lot about biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. Follow the 3 R's. If we want to clean and safe environment for living, we must start following the 3 R's. The 3 R's stands for reduce, reuse, and recycle. Let's study about these. Reduce. The most effective way to help save environment is to reduce your waste before it becomes rubbish. For reducing waste, the following should be kept in mind. Before informed about the environmental impacts of the product you buy, if you not satisfied, search for better alternative. Bulk buy when possible, but do not buy more than you can use. Choose products with less packaging. Carry reusable shopping bags or boxes. Say no to unnecessary plastic bags and other packaging. Reuse plastic bags and all types of containers over and over again. Buy quality goods that will last. Encourage manufacturers to play their product. Reuse. Look for products in reusable, refillable, or recyclable packaging when you shop. Donate unwanted clothing, furniture, and wild goods to charities. Enquire if goods can be repaired rather than replaced. Hold a garage sale. Use rechargeable batteries rather than single-use batteries, and ask your local council about how to dispose of batteries properly. Use retreated tires if they are appropriate to your driving. Use glass bottles and jars, plastic bags, aluminum foil, and takeaway food containers over and over again before recycling or disposing them. Carry your lunch in reusable container rather than disposable wrapping. Reuse envelopes and use both sides of paper. Recycle. Recycling recovers materials used in the home or in industry for further use. You should only recycle after you have tried to reduce and reuse. Recycling has the following advantages. Recycling generates civic pride and environmental awareness. Recycling helps to prevent environmental pollution. Recycling saves natural resources. It conserves new raw materials used in industry. Making products from recycled ingredients often uses much less energy than producing the same product from the raw materials. Recycling reduces the amount of material dumped in landfill sites and help our waste disposal. And now let's recall our last video class, that is our environment. All living and non-living things which are present around us constitute our environment. The environment affects our daily life. Therefore, it is very important that we should keep it clean. The environment is changing day by day. Increase in pollution is the main reason for it. Many trees are being cut to make the land available for building houses and constructing new factories. Due to increase in population, the number of vehicles running on the road are also increasing frequently. This results in increasing the amount of smoke and harmful gases, garbage, and other waste material. Day by day, these activities are making the land, water, and air polluted. Pollution. The presence of harmful substance in land, water, and air that can cause harm to humans and other living organisms is called pollution. The harmful substances that cause pollution of air, water, and land are called pollutants. நிலம், நீர், காற்று இதில் இருக்கிற தீங்கு விளைவிக்கக்கூடிய விஷயங்கள் உயிர்களை பாதிச்சதுன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் பொல்யூஷன். நீர், நிலம், காற்று இதை மாசுபடுத்தக்கூடிய எந்த ஒரு பொருளுக்கும் பேர் pollutants. Now, let's study about the pollutions in detail. There are different types of pollutions: air pollution, water pollution, land means soil pollution, noise means sound pollution. Living things depend on the environment for survival. With excessive industrialization and in the name of progress and development, man has exploited Earth's natural resources and played with its environmental balance. This has resulted in pollution. When harmful chemical substances are released into the environment, whether land, air, water, they cause extensive damage to the environment. This is referred to as pollution, and the harmful substances are called pollutant. Pollution not just causes several diseases, but also endangers the overall existence of living things by the damaging the ecosystem. Air pollution. Air becomes polluted when toxic and undesirable substances like harmful gases, dust, smoke, etc. are released into the atmosphere. This affects the health and the well-being of all those who breathe it. Causes of air pollution. Emission of harmful gases caused due to industrial and manufacturing activities. natural phenomena. Volcanoes and wildfires, which release pollutants such as smoke and soot. Burning of waste. In villages, farmers burn dry agricultural wastes in fields and farms. While in towns and cities, people often burn plastics, rubber, garbage, and old tires, thereby releasing pollutants into air. Gases emitted due to burning of fossil fuels in vehicles. Greenhouse gases released by thermal power plants. Effects of air pollution. Deadly diseases such as lung cancer and other respiratory disorders in human beings. Acid rain is formed by combination of some harmful gases and water vapor in the air. This falls along with rainwater, destroying the leaves of plants and consequently the quality of vegetation and aquatic life. Water pollution. Water pollution is the contamination of water bodies when harmful substances are thrown directly or indirectly to them. This makes the water unfit and dangerous to use and at times dangerous too. Waste water from factories, power plants, manufacturing industries contains many harmful and toxic substances. When this water released into river, lakes, seas, and oceans, it destroyed the quality of water, thereby affecting aquatic ecosystem. Polluted water greatly harms the marine life, flora, and fauna in seas and oceans. Causes of water pollution. Large amounts of pesticides and fertilizers used by farmers are washed away by rain into streams, river, and lakes. Factory waste and residues dumped into nearby water bodies. Domestic activities like bathing, washing utensils, washing clothes, washing animals pollute water bodies. Dumping domestic garbage in or close water bodies. Effects of water pollution adversely affects aquatic life, including fish, frogs, and aquatic flora, etc. And they disturb food chains, thereby causing ecosystem imbalance. And they cause disease in human beings and other living beings who feed on this toxic seafood. Land pollution. Dumping of garbage and waste material on land or underground in a way that can contaminate the soil and groundwater is termed as land pollution. The garbage decays and becomes breeding place for rats, mosquitoes, flies, and other disease carriers. It also becomes sources of unpleasant odor and dangerous chemicals which dissolve into soil and make it unfit for agriculture. They also polluted the underground water sources. Sources of land pollution. Land pollution is also called soil pollution. The harmful substances come from industrial waste, domestic waste, agricultural waste, and animal waste. Agricultural waste include the fertilizer and pesticides which release harmful chemicals to the soil. Industrial waste contain non-biodegradable waste and harmful chemicals. Domestic waste includes glass and plastics which also damages the soil. Burning of solid waste. When solid fuels like coal, wood, and other things like paper, plastics, and rubber, etc., are burned and polluted the soil. Mining and other activities which require cutting of trees, grinding the land quality. Industrial waste like metal and plastic materials are carelessly disposed as solid garbage by manufacturing industries. These substances release dangerous chemicals as they react with the air and water, mostly in the harsh heat of the sun. Metal, glass, paper, etc., when dumped along with organic waste in landfill areas, instead of recycling. Waste or reduce the quality and fertility of the soil. To reduce land pollution, farmers should use natural manure instead of chemical fertilizer and pesticides. Effects of land pollution. If waste is not segregated while in landfills, it may lead to formation of highly poisonous chemicals. These pollutants seep into the soil as well as groundwater severe and affect the life around. The top fertile soil at the garbage dumping site gets polluted, making it unfit for plant growth. Fertilizer and pesticides that are spread on crops contaminate the underground water. Many illnesses arise due to intake of fruits and vegetables grown on polluted land. Foul odor and poisonous chemical are released into the atmosphere. Children playing in areas close to dumping grounds are affected with several disorders and skin diseases. Open landfills breed rats, mosquitoes, flies, and that they spread diseases. So, children, if you want a clean and safe environment for living, you must start following the 3R rules. That is, reduce, reuse, and recycle. And say no plastic. Save our environment from pollution. Thank you.